So about 5 years ago, I was with my children and we were visiting the grandparents and we went to a pizza place. And I don't like pizza at all, really. And I don't like those all you can eat pizza buffets where like there's fluorescent lights and pitchers of beer and 87 kinds of pizzas and the arcade is in the back and the lights are bright and those are very overstimulating environments for me. And I just, my kids love it, parents love it. Great, we're going to have all you can eat pizza. And so I think it was a Friday night and the whole place was just, it's after work. There was this just energy in the room. People were letting loose and everyone's having this great time and kids are going back with their quarters to get the silly little prizes. And out of this like very joyful energy, we hear a grandmother yelling at her grandkids, screaming at them, shoving them in the booth, pushing them over to the buffet, really using angry language. If you don't eat, this is the last time you're gonna have food, and you're not even gonna have breakfast tomorrow. I mean, she was really, really angry, super agitated, and the whole place went from like all this happy energy, and it just got like quiet. And I had that like pit in my stomach, like, get me out of here, get me away from that. Because you see these two precious little girls just cowering and shrinking into the booth. And it was really emotional for, I think, most people. And nobody knew what to do, right? We're all like looking. We're all just doing the whole like, who's... And there was this just collective, like, just like jaw drop, And without thinking about it, I stand up. And of course, my family just was like, oh my, what are you doing? And I'm like, and at the moment, I had no idea. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I just walk over to her booth. And I don't know why, but I sat down. I just walked to her booth. I sat down with her and her two kids. And she just looked at me very strangely. And not knowing what to say, what came out of my mouth was, it looks like you guys are struggling. And as soon as I said that, this woman she just kind of softened, and she talked about how her daughter had dropped the kids off early. She had to take a day off from work. Her car was in the shop. Just like these just stressors of her life just kind of erupted and came out. And I just listened for 5 minutes or so. And then I just, well, because I'm who I am, I went up and got vegetables to go with the pizza. I'm like, have some broccoli. And I brought that back to the table and I just kind of sat there. And then I left, went back to my table, and the manager came over and said, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, I didn't know what to do. Nobody knew what to do. And the place just kind of came back to its happy little place, and the grandmother, they finished their meal and went about their ways. And I came back to my office. I mean, I'm a highly trained person, right? And I'm thinking, if I didn't know what to do, like, where are the people who know what to do here? And I asked my friends, I asked my psychology friends and my pediatrician friends and my colleagues, and I said, did I do the right thing? And they said, well, we don't know. No, nobody really know. I don't know. And so I said, well, we got to figure that one out. we got to know if that's the right answer or not, because that's not going to happen to me again. That was too scary and too I felt so unprepared. And so we went at it. We started studying the issue and doing our customer discovery and our formative research and doing all the analysis and looking at the literature. And we built a program called Support Over Silence. And so we now have trainers trained to provide the program. And I go out and do a lot of speaking and training on support over silence and really integrating these ideas of like the neurobiology of a child and what trauma and stress do to parenting, and sort of going back to your original point about judgment, how can we support that grandmother or me or whomever it is in a way that shows compassion and empathy and really speaks to our own values of wanting to help people who are in need. So that's my current gig. I've been doing Support Over Silence, which is sort of sharing the answer to that question, what do you do? And so now we have an answer.